a lot of times there are these standards set into place and no one's really had the balls to say why.
Yeah.
And Aquarius energy is the energy that will come through and be like, you gonna tell me why? Because I don't do shit just because everybody does it.
Right.
Like, you know what I
you might give me a reason.
Yeah, exactly.
I need to be behind this.
And I might not even like your reason.
Yeah.
And because I don't like your reason, I see everybody here is following your rules. I'm gonna go build my own colony over there. And if there are any other outliers who want to join me, feel free. Just don't be a regular, because that's not attractive.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Yes, it's your girl Sarah.
And Maya.
And we're charmed and dangerous.
You know, because we be charming.
And we dangerous, baby. We dangerous, especially when we're cussing.
Oh, yeah.
They could tell from the title what we're going to get into. And just to give like a little short story, I have always loved cussing.
Oh, yeah.
Like since I was a child. And I know that's like controversial. Like, oh my gosh, she's so bad. Like, no. I truly... You know, once I learned that people who cuss are usually the most truthful, it hit home for me. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry that I'm so honest. I'm sorry that you're feeling my raw emotions, okay? Yeah, so I don't know why I can't stand people that are like, oh my god, that's a potty mouth. Do you
Oh
you know what I mean? Like,
gosh,
watch your,
yeah.
I'm just like, shut the fuck up.
You have a sailor mouth. Like, you're a lady. Watch what you say. Fuck off.
This is the wrong cause.
How about that?
There's murderers out here.
How about
really,
that?
you should keep that energy for people that are doing actual terrible things.
Right.
And not someone that is saying words that is offensive to you.
Yeah.
Is what I'm really trying to say. Alright, let's start it off with Aries. We always go in the order of the zodiac.
Yes.
And for Aries, we have the word yes.
Yes, they definitely say this word way too often. I feel like Aries is always ready to like help, get into the fight, and I need them to like take a back seat sometimes. You know?
They're always down.
They spread themselves thin.
Yeah, they do. But it's like, if there is the possibility of them being the person to do it, and you're asking to do what? Anything to do it? They are willing to be that person. They want to be that guinea pig. They're the leader. They're the first sign of the zodiac, so they typically feel like they will miss out unless they're front and center. And you know, it's that warrior energy of like, I'll fight.
Right.
I'm here to show up.
Right. If no one else gonna do it, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah. I mean,
and even if other people are doing it, they're like, well, I'm gonna be first.
And I'm gonna do it better.
Yeah.
Yes, me!
Yes, me? Me.
Literally.
Yeah. Okay, next we got Taurus, and the word they say too often is no.
I have to laugh because it's true. Taurus does not want to. Any reason for them not to, they will take that with them and run. Well, not run. No. Like nothing is enticing to them unless it's something that has been well planned out and that they have said yes to a long time ago.
Right.
Like typically short-term decisions, it's a no. Sometimes even long-term decisions, it's a no because they really have to think about it. And if it doesn't feel right, it's a no.
Yeah.
Which like 95% of the time for them, it doesn't feel right because they haven't had enough time to think about if this is the best decision for them.
Right, because they didn't come up with the idea themselves, so they have a hard time coming around to it, so they're going to say no. And I feel like sometimes when it's hard to be their friends are trying to get them to go out and do new things because they're...
It's a no for me, dog.
Yeah. You haven't given them enough time to think about it.
I know. I don't know why though, like I do kind of fucking like this about them because I want to say no more too. And I've learned through their energy, like they really don't care who's asking, why they're asking. If they don't want to do it, it's a no.
Yeah.
And typically with them, you assume it's a no until they show up and you're like, oh my god, shit, you came. You know what I mean? But it is problematic in the sense that it keeps them very closed-minded.
Yes.
Like the fact that this is your favorite word, or the word that you say often, it shows that you typically are not willing to understand the other perspective.
Yeah.
They say no a lot in an argument instead of like, oh, interesting. Like, you know what I mean? Like just trying to understand the other side. it ties into your stubborn nature.
Yeah.
Which is problematic.
Yeah.
But the boundaries part, I like.
Yeah, I feel like sometimes it makes it hard to get to know them, like the real
Yeah.
core of them. But also, I feel like they like it that way. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So, like, I see what you're doing. I don't always appreciate it as someone, again, who's trying to get to know you and maybe take you out and be your friend. Because it's hard. And how many times can you hear no? Like, humans are like rejection. You know what I mean? Like, after a while, I'll be like, okay, well, Taurus doesn't fuck with me.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna stop trying.
Yeah,
You
and
know?
magical moments happen when you are spontaneous. And I think really amazing bonds can be formed platonically or romantically when you say yes. You know? Like, not all the time, but when you say yes in a moment of spontaneous energy. You know what I mean? And like, sometimes with Taurus, they don't do that. So you don't have spontaneous experiences, even though sometimes I feel like you guys kind of yearn for it.
Crave them.
Yeah. Okay, next we have Gemini, and the one word you guys say too often is literally, like literally. It's literally. And yeah.
Yes.
Cause like literally, like I want you to understand what I'm saying. Cause like literally if you don't, then like I don't know if I can like be here right now. Cause literally I have so many places to be.
No, literally, but they don't mean anything literally.
No, not at all. Like none of it is literal. Like you took it too far. I was just joking.
Right, and it's always like with Gemini, you can always, you don't know if what they're saying is true, or in the next moment, like it may not be true. You know what I mean? So it's like, this is literal, this is fact, but like not really.
But like after,
you know, not literally. Like you
after
just
the fact, after the fact, when they made their point is when they come back. Like, but like I was just joking. But like at that moment in time, like literally, I was being serious.
Yeah.
I did it to get my point across.
Also,
and I think it worked. So literally, like, take me seriously.
Right. I also love it because I feel like Gemini is always trying to put their 2 cents in. So they're like, literally, everybody needs to listen to me and the facts and knowledge that I'm about to drop on you.
No, actually. Because what else is the purpose of saying literally besides you wanting people to take you seriously? Like, you know, like you just said something, but then afterwards you're like, literally, like, I mean it. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? It's that mercurial energy of like kind of just honing in on that fucking point that you already made, but like literally we're gonna talk about it some more because you didn't get it the first time.
Right.
You know?
And you have to know I'm being serious in this moment.
Yeah.
Because oftentimes I'm joking, but I'm being literal
Right
now.
now.
Alright, next we got Cancer. And they say please too often.
That's really funny. I just imagine a Cancer with those eyes, with those round moon eyes.
Please.
Like, after they did something crazy, they come to you and you're like, well, you know I love you, please. Like, you just cussed out everybody in that room. Like, why are you acting all cute now? Like, why are you acting all, like, well-mannered now?
Right.
But, like, that's how they get it.
Uh-huh. They have to come and tweet after the sour crazy.
First they're sour, then they're sweet. Literally?
Okay, but actually, and okay, so I will say for the Cancers who, you know, sometimes do be too shy, I want them to say please less. You know, like just take up space sometimes, Cancer. Like I know you feel it in your heart, and I want you to just do it more regularly rather than like having these outbursts of it. You know?
Yeah. I just think also like they love pleasing you.
Yeah.
So that for them also it's sexual. I'm sorry, I have to make it sexual.
Oh.
I think they. Like you know, like they almost like have this like praise kink. You know, so like when they see that you view them as this like very like soft, gentle soul who says please after everything, like you just can't help but be like attracted to them if you're attracted to that type of thing.
Yeah,
you know, which is I think is cute.
Mommy likes manners, baby.
Exactly.
Yeah, manners.
Not mommy. Mommy likes manners. Mommy said please and thank you, baby. Oh God. Okay, next we have Leo, and for Leo, you guys, the word that you say often is personally.
Oh my God.
And that is actually the most like sun thing. Like you know,
yes.
Like this is about me.
Yes.
How personally for me, I feel like this is the experience I'm having.
Right.
But like personally.
Right.
You know, like you tie it back to you.
Yeah. How can I take the control back of this conversation and make it about me again.
Yeah.
Because personally, I have been offended. And even though you just went on a rant and said something really deep and emotional about yourself,
Yeah.
personally, I've been through the same thing.
Yeah.
And
But, like,
personally,
it's
I've been
the
through
wor-
something harder.
I'm crying.
I'm sorry, Leah.
Wait, that's so funny. Another yes to all of that. I co-sign that. Come on, Leo, come on, baby. Like, don't be mad in the comments. You know y'all be doing like that. That's not all of you. You have a whole chart.
Yep.
This is the Leo archetype. Another way I see this is like, it's very personal. Like, you know what I mean? Like something can happen to all of you, but like, instead of Leo like bonding with people that went through the same thing, they're like, no, this was personal. Like, this is because I was here.
Yeah.
This happened because I know they did this because of me. Like, sometimes, like, you guys have that, like, edge to you, like Scorpio.
Yeah.
Where you feel like people are out to get you and, like, you know, to cast a shadow over you and not cast a shadow over the sun. Like, you know what I mean?
Dare they betray the sun?
Sometimes I feel like that's how their, like, inner warrior gets triggered of, like, this was personal. This was personal. And personally, I knew this was personal. Like,
Yes, oh my god. What is it with fake signs and kind of having that like,
well, we get
people are out
obsessed.
to,
We get obsessed with
Yeah.
it. Like,
yeah.
all the self-help books I've read, it says you feel feelings, you hear thoughts, you let it go. Let it pass through you. Fixed energy,
No.
we take that motherfucker and we live with it. We breathe with it. That's our new friend. Like, that's like, you know what I mean? This thought, this feeling, I'm gonna make it my own. Like,
It is my truth.
and it's very toxic sometimes. So
Yeah. Yeah. All right, next we got Virgo. And the word y'all say too often is never. This is the truest of all truths. Like, why do they always speak in absolutes?
They do. They absolutely do. And also, this also made me think of like, that could never be me. Like, the most judgmental sentence of like, don't ever say that because you never know what could happen to you.
Right.
But Virgo has that energy of like, never gonna be me.
Right. I would never put myself in
Like,
that
I would
situation.
never feel that way. I
Right.
would never look that stupid.
And you
I will
could
never
never
talk to
do
them
that.
again. Yeah.
How could you ever do that?
Like,
I feel like they always speak
little.
absolute.
You know, some of us make mistakes.
Right.
Some of us have those days. You know what I mean? Like, I just feel like it ties into their judgment of like, if I were to do that, even though I said I'd never do that, I am not who I promised myself I would be when I turned 5 years old. You know what I mean? Like, they decide who they're gonna be and they stick with that shit.
Facts.
You know?
Yeah. To me, it makes me think of their perfectionism. And also...
Yeah. I'm never gonna fail. Never! I could spin it into a positive thing.
Yeah, and it's just also how nitpicky they are and how hard on themselves that they can be.
Yeah.
You know, like I feel like on a heavier note, like Virgo sometimes get so in their head, like I can never do this. Like they can be so negative and realist in that way, and it takes them on a dark path. You know, like not everything has to be so negative. And I feel like never is a negative word, and I feel like that's also the energy of Virgo sometimes.
Yeah.
Like they're always like, I don't know, nitpicking everything and just being negative.
Yeah, like, I so see that, like, that could never happen for me.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And it's like, how do you know? Just because it's not realistic doesn't mean that miracles don't happen in this world. And they don't believe in anything that is not, like, factual and tangible. And it's like, some of the best times of our lives happen because the impossible happened.
Right.
A miracle happened. So, like, if you use the word never, words are powerful, words are magic. I wholeheartedly believe that.
Facts.
And I feel like if you continue to use the word never, you can really block your blessings. Even though you wholeheartedly believe, like, that could never happen to me. That could never happen for me.
Yeah.
It could really block your blessings. So I suggest you kind of take it out of your vocabulary when it comes to that. When it comes to boundaries, like, you're not ever gonna treat me like that. Never.
Yeah.
Keep that. But like,
right. How the moral compass falls. It's like
Exactly.
fine with the boundaries, but don't be like, this will never happen to me.
Yeah.
Because it's just not good for your energy. And you guys are such hard workers that things actually could come for you.
Yeah,
You know?
absolutely. Okay, next we have Libra, and the word that you say too often is like, and
Like, yeah.
Yeah, like, what the fuck?
How many times we should have a like count on this channel?
I know.
But how
say
many
like
times
a
are
lot.
Libra asses?
And I know, I have a Libra Mercury. You know, I be saying like.
Right.
Like, in case you didn't understand, because like, oh God, my Gemini moon and my Libra. It's like literally, like, I promise I'm smart. Like, I swear. I'm a very intelligent person.
Right.
But it's, yeah, Libra does that. Because like, I feel like Libra, fuck. I feel as though Libra feels the need to make everyone agree with them. And it's easier to make people agree with you when you like have something relatable.
Yes, 100%.
I meant this way because like, and then you say something that relates to this. But, you know, not everyone, you guys know what I mean. It's like a filler word to make people feel comfortable.
And connected, you know what I mean? Like everyone wants to feel like what they're saying is liked. I like that. You know, like Libra will give out those silly, easy comments of like, oh yeah, like I love that you're doing that. Like it's so great for you.
Yeah.
But again, it's filler word.
Yeah. No, it is. And I could also see how it ties back into what they were talking about. Like, someone will say, oh, I love these kind of movies. And you could respond, oh, like, da-da-da-da-da.
Yes.
You know? It kind of shows that maybe you were also actively listening.
Yes.
But not always. Obviously, when you do, like when someone becomes famous or is in the public eye and they take those, like, what are they called? Those classes, those media training classes?
Yes.
I heard this is one of the things that they teach you to stop using the word like as much. And I could see why, but also, who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
But also, Libra, yeah, you might not be taken seriously. But you know what? No, I consider myself someone who gets taken seriously, and I use like all the time. So really, it's up to you and how much it bothers you, but like, relax about the word like.
And also don't let your whole identity be about like trying to like everything that people like, you know? Because I feel like that's what we're really trying to get at too, is like Libra uses this to like relate relate to people and get close to them because that's what they love to do. But Libra, you shouldn't be close to everyone, so like don't be like liking them, like liking.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Cause like.
Cause like.
Like.
Next we got Scorpio. And the word they say too often is fuck. And it's fucking true.
It's my honor and my privilege to use this word.
Yes.
To say it too often, whatever that means. There's so many different ways that you could say fuck. Like you could say fuck angry. Fuck! You could say fuck like, damn, I can't even believe that shit. Like, fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? you trying to fuck? Like, you know what I mean? Or like, fuck you. Like, the power of saying fuck you to someone, how can they take that away from us when we're in elementary school? You know what I mean? Like, I get it. It's bad. I'm not out here telling you guys to fucking, I mean, there's no elementary schoolers watching.
Right.
But you know what I mean. And if there is, that's a problem. But I genuinely feel like a lot can be said with those, like, fuck you. You don't need to say why fuck you.
No.
You know what I mean? I genuinely feel like I can express so much when I say this word. Have I said it at inappropriate times? Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I definitely, if you listen to the podcast, you heard the couple of times I said it and, you know, when I was younger and around family during really inappropriate times. But genuinely, that's what I felt at the moment.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna lie, a few times I've told people, fuck you, in my adult life, like, it feels right. Like, they know where we stand.
Yeah.
Because I looked at them in the eye and I said, fuck you.
Yeah.
Like, it's done.
It's done.
We're finished. I don't fuck with you. I don't fuck with you.
Yes.
You know?
I just love it because it's such a passionate word. You know what I mean? You're not
just throw it out
saying it because you're like feeling like, man,
whatever, yeah.
You know, like you're either like really happy or you're trying to fuck or you're really pissed. And like,
fuck yes.
all of these are like raw, like humanistic emotions, you know?
They really are. They really
so
are.
I really respect when people are just like, fuck it. Like, just, tell me how you feel. Like we were saying in the beginning of the episode, like, I respect people who cuss often because you're being real.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? Fuck it up.
You're not, like, censoring how you really feel. You know what I mean? Because, like, I genuinely feel like if you cuss often, it just shows that you're speaking from the heart.
Yeah.
Whereas like if you're going out of your way to not cuss at all, and then there's people who just never have cussed, so it's natural for them not to. But if you're someone who cusses around certain people and you don't, like, it's like I don't understand that, because like I just genuinely, I can't hide it.
Yeah, how do
And
you
I
get
don't
yourself?
know.
Yeah.
I mean, it perfectly ties into Sagittarius, the next one, whose word is also
fuck.
Also fuck, which I absolutely love that for you. Love that for me.
Love
and like
that
love
for
that for us.
I feel like both of these signs are just so passionate.
Yeah.
And also, kind of back to a point you were making before, ready to cut people off. Like to be like, fuck you, you better back the fuck up. I'm done with you. You know, that's another reason why I like the fuck for both of these, because when you really fuck these like these two signs over, they're like, no, we're done.
Yeah.
I'm like, don't come near me.
As if you couldn't tell from our last interaction when I told you the fuck off. I don't know what makes you think that this will ever be anything other than a no for me, dog.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't fuck with you.
Right, and I'm gonna tell other people
bitch, I ain't fucking with you.
No.
You know?
Just no. I love it.
I really do love it. I do have to say, I would also give an honorary fuck to Aries, because I genuinely feel like Aries energy also loves to say fuck. And fuck you and fuck that and fuck all of this. You know, Big Sean. I don't fuck with you.
Most iconic, yeah.
Most iconic. So, okay.
Facts.
I love being with Sag energy, because they be all about that I don't give a fuck, you know? That's actually,
I don't give a fuck, and I'm gonna fuck it up though.
Yeah.
You know, we're just Scorpio too. Like, I don't give a fuck, but I'm gonna fuck you up. Like,
and then with Scorpio, you add a little, I don't give a fuck, and you really got me fucked up, because now I give a fuck about fucking you up.
Next, we got Capricorn, and they say actually too often.
Actually, like that's actually what it meant. Like,
actually, let me correct you. Actually, you better come correct to me.
This would have been good for Virgo too.
Yeah.
But yeah, Capricorn. One thing Capricorn to do is top you. You know what I mean? Whether it's sexually or in a conversation. And in order to top someone in a conversation, you say actually. Like they be saying something confidently, but really you're more knowledgeable. And even if you're not, you got that big dick energy. So you will come through and be like, well, actually.
Yes, they come through with that big dick energy, and they're like, actually,
they just slang it on the
right. Actually, I'm the boss now.
Like, oh my God.
Everybody stop talking. And I am now going to give out orders to
No, truly. Like everyone could have spoken, come to a consensus. Capricorn's gonna walk in and be like, actually, everything you said is null and void, and I'm daddy's home.
Right. You know what I mean? Okay, I feel like I really love actually for Capricorn too, because I've talked about this before. I feel like Capricorns can have a very condescending energy. And so they're like, actually, you know, like cutting you off, like,
actually, baby, I need you to shut up.
Like, stop. Like, you're doing light shit. Like, I don't like it. You know, like, they just make you feel dumb, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
And I feel like when somebody says actually to you, they're trying to put you in their place.
No, like, it really does mean
you.
Everything you said prior to this point is null and void. Like, everything after actually is really what's popping. You know what I mean, right? Yeah. Like, fuck everything you said, because here comes the actually.
Right.
The actually is followed by the real truth. My truth.
Right. The only truth. Because that's how Capricorns are.
No, it's true.
Yeah.
Mrs. Boss.
Mr.
Boss.
There is one way,
Mr.
and it is my way. So you get on this highway, or you get the fuck
literally.
off. And you have a tough road over there.
You really, actually. Actually, you're lucky I'm here. Okay, next we have Aquarius, and the word that they say too often is why. Are you okay? That is. I'm crying because it's so funny. Even if it has been proven by a world-renowned scientist, you could catch an Aquarius. Why? Why? Well, you can read the book about it. Like, there has been years of research actually about this specific thing.
Right.
Well, why? No, you just want to argue.
Aquarius don't care. They just want to be devil's advocate in that moment. Well, why? Tell me
I don't
why.
know. You go take up this study. You go take up this. You do the research.
No.
Because they want you to tell them why.
Right.
But you don't know, but they just love to be like, well, why? I can't. I'm sorry. I love you guys. You guys are so smart. But sometimes how much you guys want to argue,
Right.
it really, I'm like, I don't want to argue with you.
I know, and I feel like sometimes too with the why, they're challenging you. You know, they're like, so you want to debate.
And that's where they thought wrong, because I'm a Capricorn rising. Well, actually,
Right.
you can go and fuck yourself, because literally I don't like you anymore. And that's on my Gemini moon, Capricorn rising, Scorpio sun.
Facts.
Literally, fuck you.
Why?
Actually, I don't. Go home, right?
Okay, I will say this too. On a maybe slightly nicer note, I do like that Aquarius is, I mean, not always questioning. I like when they question authority. Let me be specific.
Oh, absolutely.
I love when they question authority and they're like, why? Because they're challenging the status quo, and I like that, you know, we were talking about this earlier in our personal conversations. Not a lot of people are willing to be that outlier and say why and ask questions, go deeper. You know, there's only a few people who feel comfortable challenging in that way. So I do like that Aquarius does that, but I don't like that they do it all the time. Like, oh, you don't always gotta be like the devil's advocate. I love you. I called you a hoe. I did.
I love that you say that, because yes, I do also love that they challenge authority, and I do like when they say why to rules that have been formed before, you know, anyone's ever had the guts to, you know, fight against. A lot of times there are these standards set into place and no one's really had the balls to say why.
Yeah.
And Aquarius energy is the energy that will come through and be like, you gonna tell me why? Because I don't do shit just because everybody does it.
Right.
Like, you know what I
You
mean?
better give me a reason.
Yeah, exactly.
I need to be behind this.
And I might not even like your reason.
Yeah.
And because I don't like your reason, I see everybody here is following your rules. I'm gonna go build my own colony over there. And if there are any other outliers who want to join me, feel free. Just don't be a regular, because that's not attractive.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I do like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's sexy.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be arguing with me though.
Right. Don't be questioning me though. Alright, last but certainly not least is Pisces, and the word they say too often is sorry.
Honestly, yeah. Doesn't Justin Bieber have a song that says sorry? He has one. Stop saying sorry, Pisces. Well,
Truly.
you know, you gaslighting, say sorry.
Right.
But most of the time, I feel like they're so easy. They're the easy target.
Yeah.
And because they just want to make you feel good and fulfill you and fill your cup, they're really, really easy to be like, oh, I'm sorry. Like, it's easy to make them apologize first.
Yeah.
Even though maybe they're not in the wrong.
Mm-hmm. No, they'll bend because they want the other person to feel comfortable in the relationship. That's just Pisces energy always. They want their other person or whoever to feel comfortable and safe with them.
Yeah.
So I hate that they're saying sorry and bending backwards when they don't always really mean it. I feel like it kind of, be real, sometimes it adds to like their delusional state and it confuses them, because it's like you're saying sorry for things that you really shouldn't be sorry for.
Take your power back.
And then, you know, like it's harder for you to stick up for yourself in the moment, and you're questioning, and it's like, just don't do that.
Just
no need for it.
Yeah, and also like it ties into that victimhood of like, I'm sorry. Like, if I'm the person that says sorry, like, you already know that I'm taking ownership of this. Like, feel bad for me. Like, I'm sorry. And it's like sometimes you meant what you did, and it's okay because the other person was in the wrong, but now you're like just saying I'm sorry because it, you know, puts you in this vulnerable place of needing to be forgiven, and it can kind of like brush over the actual problem.
Yeah.
It's really, I think sometimes people apologize too soon. Pisces people. When really, no, let's continue this conversation. We haven't figured out who's wrong yet.
Right.
You know, maybe we need to keep talking about it. Maybe it's you, maybe it's me. Either way, don't be sorry so soon. Why you sorry? You meant that shit.
Right, but sometimes they're scared to maybe dig deeper into it because they would just rather coast over, because they don't want to open up actually about what they're really pissed about or sad about. And yeah, I feel like sometimes Pisces will like gaslight you or manipulate you and say sorry like quicker just to get over something when they, to kind of have the upper hand again in another situation.
Absolutely. Like, it can also be used as like a manipulative thing of like, well, I forgave you. Yeah. So why aren't you forgiving me? Like, I you know what I mean? And it's like, well, no, you didn't stick by your point enough, and you didn't stand by your own point, you know? And because I'm doing it, because you did it so easily, you want me to kind of forgive so easily. And like, I'm not that type. I want to talk about it more.
Right. It can be that emotional manipulation.
Yeah.
You know?
Like, I did it, so why aren't you doing it?
Right.
I said sorry, you say sorry.
Let's just brush it under the rug. I was sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, baby.
Wow.
Oh, we kind of just went in on Pisces.
I know. You guys need tissue.
See, it ain't always so sweet.
Yeah.
You know. Alright, y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode on, you know, what the zodiac signs be saying so often.
Yeah.
Comment down below if you agreed with your word, or let us know the word that you feel like you be saying too often.
And if it ties into your Mercury sign.
Ooh, yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
I would love to know, like, comment your Mercury sign and if you agree with that word specifically too. I would love to know.
We're gonna link our socials somewhat around here. We love you so much, and we'll see you later.
Bye.